Welcome to Photosynthesis! In non-cyclic photophosphorylation, electrons enter two electron transport chains, ATP and NADPH, are formed. It starts with the PS2. Energy is absorbed through sunlight and is energized. They are then captured by the primary electron acceptor. In photolysis, water, also known as blenda, is split apart, providing the electrons to replace the used ones. Photolysis splits water into two electrons, two protons, and one oxygen atom. Two oxygen atoms combine to form one O2 molecule, which is released into the air as a byproduct of photosynthesis.
Electrons from the PS2 pass along the electron transport chain, consisting of plastoquine 1, several cytochromes, and several other proteins. Alright, these electrons end up in the PS1, and then they produce several ATP. Chemiosmosis is when ATP is formed during light reactions. Protons from photolysis enter the thylakoid membrane. ATP is formed when it goes through the ATP synthase channels. This ATP powers a Calvin cycle. The same thing happens in photosystem 1, except the electrons that were respired are replaced with electrons from photosystem 2 instead of from water.
In cyclic photophosphorylation, ATP levels are replenished. Cyclic electron flow is shorter because the electrons move from the PS2 to the PS1. No oxygen is released. In the Calvin cycle, carbon enters in the form of CO2 and exits as phosphoglyceraldehyde. The Calvin cycle fixes carbon. The Calvin cycle is carbon fixation. It is a reduction reaction because the carbon gains hydrogen. When CO2 enters the Calvin cycle, it becomes attached to a 5-carbon molecule, making a 6-carbon molecule. This carbon molecule divides into 2 3-carbon molecules, providing ATP. The Calvin cycle only occurs in light as it uses ATP from light-dependent reactions.
Beep! Cupcake! All these cupcakes. What?
Perfect cupcake.
It's a disgusting cake, Erin.
What's so disgusting about it?
I mean, you had crackers. Like, you don't see the crackers on it?
I don't know. How do you put a sock puppet
I
on?
don't know.
You just stick it on your hand.
Hello! We'll be learning about photosynthesis. And something. That's a machete.
What are you doing?
You're just popping bubbles.
Wait, I wasn't ready. No, like, oxygen. Blah, 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 blah.
Air as a byproduct of photosynthesis.
I'm surfing.
Shark attack! Shark attack!
No.
Electrons enter ATP, and We did.
Hey, what do you think is more important? Photosystem 1 or photosystem 2? Well, I think...
Bye-bye!
They see me mowing my front lawn. I know they're all thinking I'm so white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.